Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new series with a friend of mine who, on my channel, you guys probably haven't seen him, or at least you've only seen him in some side videos for Battlestar Galactica. And I'm being joined by Rival Zone Gaming. Say hi.
Hello, everybody.
And we're going to be doing a co-op game in Hearts of Iron 4 as Germany. From what I am told, Rival does not have a lot of experience with this game.
No, I really don't.
I do somewhat. I mean, I have experience with the game, so yeah, we're going to be co-oping it. I'll be the head player of Germany, and basically what that just means in terms of mechanics, I get like the options for a couple of the events. I get to choose those, but pretty much everything else is shared between us. So that's a thing.
Cool.
So yeah, we're starting in January 1st of 1936 as Germany. Where I think Hitler is in power. Yes, and we have a couple options to go ahead with. So let's get started. Rival, we have a couple of research slots open.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
we've got 4.
yes, we have 4 as Germany. What I'm thinking, I'm gonna ask you for your opinions because this is a shared experience. I'm thinking maybe we go engineering and take the electronic mechanical engineering tech to get some research time.
I always tend to, whenever I try to play this game, because I always tend to muck it up and get myself into a war. Anyone who's watched my Stellaris playthroughs, you'll understand what I'm talking about. I normally try and go with like engineering and industry, kind of build that up, because you can't have an army without that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm thinking the mechanical engineering tech on the electronic engineering tree first, because that gives us a minus 2% to our research times, so it gets us researching quicker. It's also not that long, so
99 days.
Yeah. So why don't you get that one?
Right.
Why don't you get that one going?
Awesome.
And then I'm thinking production, and we get some basic machine tools going.
Yes.
To increase our production efficiency cap, which gets
by
us
10%,
which gives us quicker research.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm thinking construction 1 to increase our construction speed.
Absolutely.
And then I'm thinking we go ahead and we pick up support weapons in the infantry tab, because we do not have support weapons for our main guns. So the MG8 and the Minenwerfer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked that up.
Got it.
And that will give us a good starting go. And then I think after we get some of those done, we also start researching some of our support companies, because those are very big deals.
Fair enough.
Okay. So we also have some civilian factories open for construction. We don't have a lot. So
No.
I'm thinking we get a good amount of civilian factories started up.
Cool.
To increase our general production. Let's see. I think keep it somewhat even here. See, the more civilian factories we have, the quicker we'll be able to build things.
Yeah.
Get some military factories over on in the east as well. Just pre-planning for the eventual bombing campaign we will be on the other end of.
No doubt.
And probably a couple of these dry docks, just to help our naval production, because even if we're not going for a Navy game, we still need to produce some naval vessels to protect ourselves.
Absolutely.
And what are we going to do with our military factories?
What you mean, where do you want to put them, or
Well, no,
what do you want to build?
Yeah, in our military factories tab where we have production right now, we are
Yeah.
we have
Minus 15 oil.
Yeah, we have a deficit
Minus
of
15 rubber.
we have a deficit of oil and rubber, but our everything else is all right. So we can still produce things. So like we're still producing fighters and close air support and bombers and everything like that, and even trucks and tanks. It's just they're producing slower. We have 20 factories spare that we can put into this stuff. I'm thinking maybe we put it into guns, so we just get a full production line of guns going.
You mean the towed artillery?
No, just the actual infantry equipment. Our carabiner 98Ks. Couple more into our support equipment, because I always run out of that. And then probably just some more into our artillery pieces. And we still have 6.
So that leaves you with 6 left.
Yeah. A couple more into our aircraft production. Tanks and motorized.
One more.
Yeah. What do you think? What are you thinking?
Well, we've got nothing really. If we're not kind of concentrating on naval for the beginning.
Yeah, but we don't have any spare naval dockyards. Military factories and dockyards are 2 separate things.
Oh, right. Sorry.
So we only have 10 of those.
That's where that went. That's where that confusion went then. Put it on light tanks.
Light tanks? Get some more Panzer IIs?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. And we have a national focus to set.
We do.
So what are you thinking?
See, I like this because it's a nice little...
It's trees.
Yeah, everything has a consequence and things like that. Let me think. Oh, yeah, we've got Reicht Autobahn. Add maximum infrastructure in Brandenburg, Hanover, and Franken. So it means you can have more factories and things and railway lines and things to make things move around strategically quicker, isn't it?
Well, infrastructure really just affects the speed and the speed of which units travel through it, and the supply throughput. So the more supplies go into it, more like the higher supply throughput, the more supplies that can go into an area and can go out of the area without like decaying. Like if you have low throughput, then you have 20 supplies going into an area, but only 10 get out because poor infrastructure. So that would add maximum. So it would essentially just make them a full 10 infrastructure in those areas.
Right.
And that leads to
useful.
That leads to
the West Wall
and the industrial efforts, which help our factories quite a bit. It gives us basically free 12 factories. Yeah, if we go through that.
Yeah, let's go down that one because we're building towards our infrastructure and our materials and things like that, aren't we? So,
all right,
that'll make it easier for us to kind of build up our military later.
Put it up on there then. That sounds good.
It's on. And the temptation is always to go with build up your army, change your army doctrine, change your air force doctrine, and do things like that. But you really need the solid base first.
Yeah.
I just get stuck building that base.
I'm thinking, okay, well now we're still paused. We're just doing some pre-game things. Well, we can get our navy and stuff kind of worked out. I'm just gonna move all of our navy to Kiel to get it all into one big fleet and then split it up from there into more manageable chunks. Get all the subs and all the surface ships and everything.
Yeah, get it all there, then you can figure it all out once you get there.
Yeah, and then I think what we're gonna do, make some army divisions here. Let's see, got that one in the east, that one over there. Got that army there. Just put them all in there. We'll make one Western army.
Cool.
Okay, and we'll just make this German. German Eastern Theater. Space there. And we'll make this one just German Western Theater. And we'll have them kind of just garrison up the borders.
Yeah.
That they've got there. That works. Put a commander on these guys as well. And you... Okay. Actually, no, we'll switch him off. He's an entrenchment leader. And put you on there. And then we'll give Brown Army that guy, because they'll be defending along the French border. Alright. You know what I'm doing, right? I didn't need to walk this through you, or do I?
No, just next one, if I can do it myself. And
Alright. Okay.
Just the next time.
Brown Army. Brown Army.
Brown Army.
Yeah.
13.
No, it's not. It has 13 divisions in it. It's just Brown.
Ah, right.
It's just Brown Army. Western Army 1. I was wanting to garrison it along the border of France that we can garrison. So, what you need to do is you need to click. You need to click the army so that you get all their battle plans set up. So.
Is it Western Theatre?
Yeah, Western Theatre. If you click that, and then you click the army in the bottom.
Yep.
Okay, now you have all those selected on the map.
Yep.
Now their battle plans popped up. You see the one that looks like a man with a little plus mark right next to him and a little line?
Got it.
That's the front line.
Yeah.
All I need to do is click the French border.
Oh, click the French border. Done.
There you go. And now when the time goes forward, they should all start garrisoning that area.
Oh, right. Okay. See, I was always getting that confused.
Yep. And we're going to start going forward.
Go for it.
On speed 2, just to get everything going. And you can see all those ones that I've given orders to. They're moving to their designated areas.
Yeah, just watching mine go. They seem to be all going to one point, but okay.
Well, that little area that's outlined in red on the Rhineland, that's demilitarized.
Of course.
We have not remilitarized
them. It was demilitarized. They weren't allowed to send anything in there.
Yeah. So right now they're just going to garrison the southern border of Alsace-Lorraine.
And good luck with that number of forces then.
13 small right now. And speaking of which, we currently have 1.31 million troops or manpower in the bank.
Oh yes, we do.
That's spare, and we currently have no divisions being trained. So why don't you train up?
Yes.
Why don't you train up a school of 10 infantry divisions and just have them train in Berlin? Oh no!
What?
Okay.
You're deleting my training.
Yeah. Look at the one that's there. There's a thing that says add unit.
Oh. Yeah.
So if you click that, you should be able to get 10 training.
That's 11.
There you go. And you see the little number above the add unit thing?
Yeah.
Why don't you bring that up to 2?
We could have done.
That'll mean that it'll train two sets of 10. It'll train the first 10, then the next 10.
Ah, cool.
There you go. And those will slowly start training. We don't have enough infantry equipment, support artillery, or support equipment or towed artillery to outfit them yet. And they can only train up to the level of the amount of equipment they have. So like that first one has 41% of its equipment. It can only train to 41%. Technically, you could deploy it at that level, but they would be green and they'd be
under-equipped. Fighting barehanded.
Essentially, or half of them would be. So we got that going. I'm going to bring this up to speed 3. Just to start getting things going. The next thing we should do whenever the Reich Autobahn goes, we should also think about remilitarizing the Rhineland.
Oh, just think about it, obviously.
Because we've also come into this before the new DLC comes out, which the new DLC is adding in a larger, more diverse, and a lot more options to the German tech focus tree.
Is that Waking the Tiger, that DLC?
Yes, it is. It also comes with some things for China, because China doesn't have a personalized focus tree right now, so they'll add that in, and Germany's getting a lot of ahistorical options. So you can get I think it's Kaiser Wilhelm II to take over the country again, and try and bring back the German Empire.
Fair enough.
Stuff like that. And yeah, we're currently just waiting on things to go. That's kind of the thing about the first part of the game. It's all about that waiting.
Shouldn't we be training our divisions?
No, not this early. Because if you go to our logistics tab, which is the furthest one there, you can see we have a deficit of 7,000 infantry equipment.
Oh, right, okay.
Training uses equipment, whatever they have in them. So if we started training our units, they would be taking up of that. Most of our units right now, if we select them, most of our units are regulars, so they're level 3 regulars. Like, training them would only get them to elite, which is good, but it's not necessarily a necessity.
Okie dokie. Just a question, thought I'd ask.
Yeah, and I answered.
Yeah, you did. You definitely did.
If we can, and also the more we train, the larger units we train, the more equipment is used up. So it's not the best when we have a deficit.
That's cool. Just an idea.
Yeah. It's fine. They're getting their they're just sitting there, not using up any equipment. Though the guys on the east, because we know what's going to happen, I'm going to draw them. What are we going to do? Yeah, I think we're going to just set this up early so they get so they get a planning bonus. A little offensive line.
Oh, yep. You're striking for Warsaw then?
Yeah.
If you get lucky, then you can cut off half the country.
Yeah, it's more just Warsaw's worth 20 victory points against Poland.
Yeah.
And there's also a couple of decently sized cities in that, like Krakow and Lodz and Poznan in the way, and we could maybe capitulate them out early, depending on how low their national unity is.
Cool.
Because right now I don't know their national unity because I don't think we get that information. I don't know. Yeah, we don't get that information, but I'm assuming it's not that. Oh, there it is. No, it's 70. So we only need to capture 70% of the victory points in their country to win.
Right. Where'd you get that?
If I click on Poland, like one of their things, there's a little Polish flag there that pops up. You can click that. Then you go to...
Oh, right.
And it's right
70, yeah.
70 right there. You can also go to details, and you can get details on their military and their stuff, like military factories, civilian factories, all that kind of thing.
Cool.
And it gives us a range based on our encryption and decryption level and our intelligence and against theirs. So we know that they have potentially 29 to 39 divisions of army divisions deployed.
Okie dokie.
Yep. That's the big thing about the early game is we're just kind of just waiting for things to get done.
Yes.
There's not too much we can do about it, though. More things as we build up our infrastructure and our industry, things will get done quicker and quicker. Something that could be something we should look at some point would be the synthetic refinery to be built, because we know due to historical knowledge that oil and rubber are going to become a very hot commodity towards the mid-40s in Germany. So hopefully we can get an industry going there that'll help support the armies and production.
Oh, yeah, 31 days and we'll have a free research slot, so...
Yeah. So, and there we go. We got the Autobahn finished.
Do you want to go straight for Westwall?
Mm.
Just keep down that chain. Construction speed plus 20%.
No, we want to wait.
For...
We want to wait on the West Wall because there's a thing there. It says if you have your mouse over it, it says if the Rhineland is remilitarized, you also gain another 12 land forts in another area. We don't have that, so we won't get that.
Yes.
If we go to Rhineland now, then take that, it actually becomes better. So I think we should go with the Rhineland right now and get that.
I'm on my way. We are doing it.
So just learning all kinds of new things, hopefully.
Oh, yeah. I'm not... You should really do this, is just teach people how to play games. It's much easier.
Then where's the fun of that if I don't beat them while I'm teaching them? But...
All right, tell you what. We'll do this playthrough, and you can teach me every one of your tricks, your trade and things, and then you can kick my butt in the next playthrough.
The next playthrough will be in a different game that I know much better. Me and you, one-on-one, Darkest Hour, Hearts of Iron 2.
No, that's just mean. That's mean.
What do we got for research? 15 days, and then we get mechanical engineering.
Yeah, I've got it on my screen, so I'm just waiting for it. I'm guessing you want me to go for synthetic straight after.
No, because we already got the first of the synthetics. We can build a plant already. So we can have a first level of a synthetic refinery already being built. That just adds more levels we can put onto a state, but we don't really have a lot. What we might want to do as an option is to pick up the next level of artillery, because that doesn't require us to... It doesn't require us to build a new type of artillery. It just upgrades the ones we already have, which is always great.
Yeah, no problems.
Yeah. Also, I don't... Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, synthetic is not ahead of time. I thought it might be. But either way, I think the artillery's probably better. It helps our infantry that have it assigned to them fight better.
5 days.
Oh, just as another thing. You didn't put this down.
Yes.
Go to your training, the divisions that are being trained.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Got a no location set for them.
Oh, of course not, no.
So they're not being trained in anywhere. We should probably just put them in probably Berlin at this point.
Berlin?
Yeah, just put them in Berlin. So if you click that, yeah, there you go.
Brandenburg. Alright.
And
they're on their way.
Tech is finished.
Alright, you wanted artillery, didn't you?
Yeah, we'll get interwar artillery.
You want interwar? Or the 3.7 centimeter pack 36?
I'm thinking the interwar right now, because the thing about the anti-tank thing is that's a new type of artillery we'd have to make a production line to build. And we don't have the spare for that right now.
Alright, interwar artillery on its way.
Okay, we also got a new pop-up to modify our government. So, we have some options. We could get some political advisors, get some military staff going, or some research and production going. I usually like going for political advisors.
Yeah, because you can get kind of like generalist boosts off them, can't you? Like production and things like that.
Yeah, and Germany's got a lot of them. Something that might be a good idea at this point should Captain of Industry is pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
That gives us construction speed for a lot of things we really need, plus 10%.
Yeah.
So if we go ahead with that, that should decrease the time it takes to produce some of these civilian factories. And yeah, it does.
Which might be helpful.
Okay. Yeah, and we'll just go through, I think once basic machine tools finishes, we can start going into our industry techs a bit more and make the choice between dispersed or concentrated industry, which will help us.
Yeah, that one always kind of confuses me, because you go like close industry, it produces faster, but it's more open to getting bombed into pieces.
Yeah.
And if you disperse it, then it actually gives you. It's not as quick, but at the same time, it can't be taken out in one hit. I just don't know. I don't know if the loss in production is worth dispersing it.
That's the question. That's the trade-off.
Yeah, I don't. In my head, it doesn't quite add up. Dispersing it just to keep it safe when it costs you that much,
Well, the thing is, like, if you're being attacked by a concentrated strategic bombing campaign, it could just wreck your industry faster than you can repair it. Where if it's dispersed, then you have it could help you more.
We have people.
Yeah, there's one division there. I think we should wait until the full class is finished. Because there's 10 in that class, and there's only 4 finished right now. They're getting close. They're within 1% of each other.
Oh, yes.
Then this 10 can go to probably the Eastern Army, because they'll be in combat first.
Yes.
I mean, it's still a couple of years out, but having them there to get their planning bonus would help. And then the next class can go to the Western Army. Then we can start thinking about some specialization. Because we have a couple of armored divisions that are in the Eastern Army, and a motorized division. And if we can make their own army for things. Okay, here we go. Remilitarization of the Rhineland. So we have now got that little territory back, and your forces in the west should now garrison that area.
Right.
And now we have options on our focus tree.
Yeah, they're spreading out.
Okay.
All right.
I'm thinking west wall, and then go down.
You're thinking west wall.
Yeah, we do that, and we can start going down the industrial effort, and that will help us out quite a bit.
Cool.
Especially now that we have the Rhineland, so we'll get forts along the whole border.
Yeah, that'll make France think twice.
Yes, but we have gotten to the end of this episode. We are on 28 minutes.
Wow, are we already?
Yeah.
We are, yes.
So, thank you for joining us for this episode. If you'd like to, please leave a comment down below. So hit that like button if you like the episode. If you want to help support the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button above the video, above the description as well, just below the video. And if you're looking at one of our descriptions, there should be links to the other perspectives. So if you're looking at mine, you should have Rivals down below, and vice versa on his, as well as, I don't know if it's on Rivals, but it's on mine. I also have links to my Discord page and my Patreon campaign. So take a look at those if you have the ability to. But we will see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye-bye.